All right, so the second skill that we are going to work on today is theme. And I have our little anchor chart here. Theme is the message. Remember that THEME at the beginning helps us remember that theme is the message. The message or lesson the author wants you to learn. So what should we learn after we're done reading? Some examples of theme are be kind, never give up, do the right thing. It's better to tell the truth. Appearances can be deceiving. Think of Little Red Riding Hood. And hard work pays off. Again, think of the three little pigs, right? The one pig worked hard, built his house of brick, and that paid off, okay? So these are examples of lessons that you will learn after reading a story. For fiction, especially things like fables, and I'm going to write those words down for us. Fables, legends, fairy tales. Oftentimes, these genres have the theme at the end of the story, okay? So fables, legends, and fairy tales, we see theme at the end of the story. And we always want to ask ourselves, what did the characters learn? What did the characters learn in our story? So there's going to be a story we're going to read together, and that's our question we're thinking of. What did the characters learn? Do we still need to annotate with ADT because it's fiction? Yes, we do. Do not forget to always annotate to make sure we understand our characters, their actions, their thoughts, so we can make sure that we are understanding the story as we read. So I know that it's fiction at the top. It says fables, legends, myths. So that's fiction. I'm going to put ADT at the top. The A stands for action. The D is dialogue, what they're saying. The T is what they're thinking or feeling. And as I read, I'm going to label my ADT. A rabbit asked a bear if he wanted to go fishing. The bear said he did indeed want to go fishing, but alone. All right, so we have two characters. We have a rabbit and we have a bear. So this is a fable because a fable has characters in it that tend to be animals and the animals can speak. Okay, a rabbit asked a bear if he wanted to go fishing. So there is our first action. A rabbit wanted to go fishing. The bear said he did indeed want to go fishing, but alone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label that as dialogue, even though I don't see those quotation marks, because I see the word said. The bear said he did indeed want to go fishing, but alone. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. Remember, with fiction, we have really short paragraphs sometimes. I don't need to put a hashtag next to every single paragraph. I'm going to hashtag the ones that make sense to go together. Paragraph 2, I do not want to share any of what I catch with you, the bear said. Oh. All right. So we have our dialogue. I do not want to share any of what I can catch with you, the bear said. I'm going to put a hashtag there. I think this is where my first hashtag is going to go. And my hashtag, I have to think of an inference. I have to infer, what do I know about the characters so far? Well, I know the rabbit wanted to go fishing, but the bear said no. And why did the bear say no? He didn't want to share any food. So I can infer that the bear is selfish. This bear does not want to share. All right, I'm going to keep reading. As the bear was leaving for the river, a bird, a raccoon, and a fox all stopped to ask him if he would like to have company fishing. Oh, now we see a lot more characters. We see a bird, a raccoon, and a fox. They all stopped to ask him if he would like to have company fishing, okay? There's an action. What do we think the bear is going to say? No, right? Okay. To all, the bear said, no, I do not want any company. I prefer to fish alone. All right, at least the bear is consistent. He does not want anyone with him. We're going to keep reading. The bear lumbered down to the river. He found his spot and started to fish by himself. Let's read that first sentence again. It says, the bear lumbered down to the river. This is a weird word. I've never seen it before, but I can guess if I'm thinking of a bear moving, he's probably walking heavy, right? The bear lumbered down to the river. So I have a character and he's lumbering down. It probably means walked. He walked down to the river. He found his spot and started to fish by himself. The bear could almost taste the fish as he searched the water. Is that action, dialogue, thought, or feeling? That's a feeling, right? It says he could taste it. So it has to do with his senses. So he could almost taste the fish. The rabbit, bird, raccoon, and all the other animals went off together. So all the other animals are fishing together. They began to fish and have a fun time. They had a fun time. So I can infer what about the other characters? I bet I can infer that the characters like being together. Because it's probably what? Like you said, right? It's fun, right? They like being together because it's fun. Let's keep reading. Before long, the bear had caught more than his share of fish. Okay, so the bear caught more than his share of fish. The more he fished, the more he caught. The bear wanted to tell someone, but there was no one around. The more he fished, the more he caught. Those are both actions, right? He had caught more than his fair share. The more he fished, the more he caught. He wanted to tell someone, but there was no one around. What can we start to infer about this bear? How is the bear feeling now? Good, maybe lonely. Okay. The other group of animals had caught not one fish, but were talking and laughing with each other. I hear a lesson coming. Let's keep reading. The bear looked over at all the fish he had caught. All right. An action. They would feed him for a while, but he was still not happy. Now we have another feeling. He preferred to fish alone, but now that he's alone, he's not happy. He realized he needed more than food to be happy. That sounds like a lesson to me. What can I infer about the bear based on the actions in paragraph 5 and 6? Yes, I can infer that the bear was lonely. He was sad. He wanted to tell someone, but no one was there. Okay, so I've done my ADT. I read my story. I have my actions, my dialogue, my thought. But I remember the skill in the story said we were working on was theme, the message the author wants us to learn. So I ask myself, what did the characters learn? What did the character learn? Well, the bear was lonely. The other characters like being together. What could my theme be? And before I even look at my question, I'm going to think. I think it could be, I'm going to write it at the top too, theme. If I'm going to come up with my own theme based on the actions of the story, you should spend time with friends. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the answer, but I always want to make an educated guess based on my actions, my dialogue, and my thought. So my theme, you should spend time with friends. Okay, it's not bad, but let's look at our answers and see if there's a better answer. Question 1. What is the theme? Oh, there's my keyword. What is the theme of this fable? And theme means, what did the characters learn? A, to share with friends. What are we thinking? Maybe, right? We did say you should spend time with friends. It's got that word friends in it. I'm going to put this as a maybe baby. B, to know how to fish. Do you think the lesson, the overall lesson of the story, was telling the author or telling the reader we should know how to fish? No, I don't think that's what it was either. It's not teaching us anything. C, to have enough food. Was that the lesson of our story? You know what? I'm going to go back to that last paragraph. I'm going to read it out loud again. The bear looked over at all the fish he had caught. They would feed him for a while, so he had enough food. But he was still not happy. He realized that he needed more than food to be happy. So I'm going to say that C is wrong because I'm going to write more than. He needed more than just food to be happy. I'm going to cross that one out. Let's look at D, to be able to live alone. Is the lesson of the story you should be able to live alone? No, because how was the bear feeling at the end of the story? We hashtagged and we said the bear was lonely. So if the bear is lonely, I don't think the author is trying to tell us we should be able to live alone. I'm going to write lonely. So our answer must be A, to share with friends. Why do we think? What evidence supports that the theme is to share with friends? I'm going to go back in my story. I'm going to write this sentence. He needed more than food to be happy. My text evidence. He needed more than food to be happy. If he would have had friends, maybe he would have been happy. Okay, so as you were reading, there's a longer story. This next story is going to be really long. It's a good story though, good legend. And there's only 2 questions, but we see again a theme question. And we see another myth or theme question, okay? So we want to make sure that we are thinking about theme, the lesson that the author is trying to teach you, and ask, what did the characters learn? All right? So if you have questions, I will be here for you guys. I will have my Zoom conference up. You guys are welcome to pop in and ask any questions, but I do want to post these so that way you can watch these beforehand. And then parents, once again, I will upload both of these anchor charts for you as a resource that you can pull up for your scholars. I hope this helped, and I hope to see you guys soon.